Here, let's see what we got. So as I look at this guy, it's a trinomial. So my mind goes, oh, I can factor, right?
Mm-hmm. But you can't.
You can. But why do you say you can't? You're right. Why? What makes you think that?
Because it's to the power of 4 and 2.
It is to the power of 4.
It's just x plus 3 squared. Well, x is squared. Right? Something like that? Squared.
Yeah. So if let's back up for a minute and let's pretend that I didn't use the highlighter. Let's pretend that it is x squared plus 6x plus 9, right? If it was that, could I factor that?
Yes.
Yes. What would it factor to? Multiply to 9, add to 6, so it has to be a 3 and a 3, right? Or x minus, no, it's a plus. That would work, right? So the only thing's different here is the fact that this is to the 4th and that one is squared. But notice, this is squared and this is half of squared, which is just to the first power, isn't it? Does the same pattern follow here?
Yes.
4 and half of 4 is 2. So you can factor. The only thing that's going to change is that instead of x, I'm going to use x squared. Does that make sense?
Yes.
How do I know that? Well, again, x squared was where we started here. We took it down a power right here because when we multiply it back out, it will come back to being x squared. So it's the same process. We're just taking that x to the 4th and dividing it by 2, getting it to x squared. All right? Now we set it equal to 0. Notice they're the same, aren't they? So it's what we're going to call a double root. We don't have to worry about that right now, but all that to say, you only have to solve it once because it's going to be the same thing twice. So I have x squared equals negative 3. Then I have to square root both sides. So x will be plus or minus the square root of negative 3. Am I done?
No.
Got to take the I out, right? Plus or minus still, and square root of 3. So plus or minus I square root of 3. That's where it lands. You could solve them both, but you're going to get the same answer twice, and that's okay.
Okay.
Deal? Any issues there?
You have to write double root?
No, not right now. That's in the future, but not right now. Okay? Glad that you know what a double root is. That's a good sign. Questions about that one? Do you see how it's the same thing we were doing, just one little step further? All right. Look at number 2. What should I do to solve this guy first?
You got to move the 8 to the other side.
Why do I have to do that first?
To the other side of the square root.
Isolate the square root. Good. So if I move that over, it becomes negative, right?
Squared.
Now I have to square both sides. When you square square root, the guts fall out, right? What's negative 8 squared?
64.
A positive 64, right?
Yes.
I had people on the test telling me like negative 5 squared is negative 25. Womp womp.
Oh, the calculator was telling me that.
The calculator is not the smart one. You're the smart one.
Yeah,
You should know better.
I was so confused. Like,
I wasn't going to call anyone out, but
No, I put in the right answer. Don't worry.
you should fix that. Because if you don't put in parentheses and you say negative 5 squared, but you don't put the negative 5 in parentheses, because why would you? It's going to tell you it's negative 25.
Okay.
All right? So be careful. That's all I'm saying. Now what do I do? Add 16 to both sides. So I have 3x equals, what, 80?
Yes.
Divide by 3, that's gross. So x equals 80 thirds. We can leave it like that. It's not going to reduce. That's fine. We good? So some of these practice questions today will feel simple and not all that different. Some of them may have an extra layer, like this one did, but it is connected to what we were just doing. All right, so we're ramping up to new stuff